But you know what's better than Lamborghinis? Knowledge. I'm only joking, guys. Or am I? But today, right here, I'm holding the four books every single entrepreneur must read. I'll be sharing that with you today. So, let's get on, guys.
Yeah. Batman. Joker just put me on acid.
So, you wanna be an entrepreneur, huh? Don't fucking do it. I won't do it. I wanna kill myself right now. Yeah, don't fucking do it. Now, I'm only joking, guys. Of course, entrepreneurship is the best thing in the world, but you're gonna have to face a lot of rejection, failure, long nights, a lot of fucking work, and not much going out. But enough to discourage you. Let's get to the point of this video. I'll be showing you the four books every single entrepreneur must read. Now, guys, I've been reading a book a week for over a year now, and I can honestly say that it's one of the best habits I've ever installed in my life. And why? Well, as I just said, life is full of intricacies, you know. Life is pretty complicated. There's a lot of shit to learn. So, rather than taking that toll on yourself, which can be pretty fucking hard, you've got the aid of thousands and thousands and thousands of books and thousands of authors that are willing to distill and compress their whole life knowledge, what they've learned throughout their lives, for you, into one book that costs you around $10 and that you can read in 1 week. Isn't that fucking mind-boggling? And let's talk about the upside. Seeing the immense possibilities out there, learning from the best, having a clear roadmap, and walking down someone else's path, in my opinion, is the straightest line to success. It helped me disidentify from collective wisdom and step away from groupthink. It made me think for myself and really challenge the shit we're fed through mainstream media and stuff like that. And it's really helped me as well, you know, see the world through my own eyes. So, I really do believe that leaders are readers and that knowledge is power, matched obviously with massive action. So if you're not reading, if you're like the average person who reads 2 books a year, I think, and if you're reading a bit more than that, but not past the 20 book mark or the book a week mark, I really urge you to start hammering and reading those books. If you're looking to get into the reading game, or you read 1,840 books a year and you want some book recommendations, here they are. My top 4 books every entrepreneur must read. So, the first book is The Personal MBA by Josh Kaufman. Now, I don't have the book with me, so sorry guys about that. I gave it to a friend, and yeah, I'm still to get it back. So I'll just Photoshop it here, I think. Why I like this book so much is because, you know, there's this massive misconception in society that to become a good businessman or to get any success, you really need to go out and get an MBA and spend huge amounts of money. And then people think that once they've got this MBA, they're equipped to start a business. Now, this is not particularly the case. And that's what Josh Kaufman argues in part of this book. As he says that, you know, actually you're better off by self-educating yourself and spending that money that you would spend on an MBA on actually starting a business. And really, if you're into entrepreneurship and you're planning on doing an MBA, then I'd probably recommend you to just quit right now and stop what you're doing, because you don't really know what a good return on investment is, and certainly an MBA is not. So yeah, that's my thoughts. And the other reason why this book is an absolute goldmine is because of the massive amounts of value he provides and the huge amount of content that's in this book. I mean, he talks about marketing, he talks about sales, he talks about, you know, raising seed capital for a product, services. It's just packed with valuable content, and it's really just great if you're looking to start your entrepreneurship journey. It's pretty much the foundations, everything you need to know packed into one single book. So instead of going to Harvard, Yale, spending 3-4 years and just huge amounts of money, you can get this book for, I think, $15. I'll actually leave it down in the description. And you can read in a week and then go and play that shit till the end. And yeah, get huge amounts of value from it. So you've been on your entrepreneurship journey, you've read the Personal MBA, you've read a bunch of other books, and you've gone through a lot of shit, and things are starting to click. You know, you're making some good money, and then you all of a sudden think, well, let's fucking enjoy myself. Let's go out. Let's buy the Rolex. Let's buy the Rory if you can. Let's spend more. Let's bring up my living expenses. Let's bring up my living costs. Just let's have a much better life. Now, yes, that's very good. You know, you also want to reward yourself. You want to prove the people that doubted you wrong. However, the best thing to do, and if you have a long-term vision for your life and onwards, is to save money, and most importantly to invest money. In this book, he talks about investing and compound your money. He talks about asset allocation. He talks about how to protect your asset, your stock against crashes. He talks about how to limit your losses and increase your gains. He talks about how you can prepare for your retirement, how you can, live well those last years of your life. Because you also have to realize that entrepreneurship is a pretty tough journey, and just because right now you're on top of the world and things are going great, the market can change. The business can fail. A competitor can come in and just completely wreck your business, or for some reason the market is not ready for your product all of a sudden. And that's why you have to be smart with your money. And in this book, Tony Robbins has gone out and interviewed so many valuable people. People that are huge in finance and personal finance as well. And he's really done a great job. I love Tony Robbins, and I think it really is a book that you guys should go and buy. And I think the Personal MBA will teach you how to make money, and this book will definitely teach you how to invest that money with little increments every time, and really have a huge compounding effect and build your wealth to a different level. So I think with those two books you're pretty well off, but let's get to the third one. Now, this third book that I'm going to recommend to you guys is an absolute self-development classic, but I think it can also be applied to entrepreneurship and business, and it's really helped me a huge amount when interacting and relating with people and really doing business with people. That is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Whatever you do in the business sphere, you're either going to sell a product or a service. And that means interacting with people, because at the end of the day, you're trying to sell that product or service to someone. And that is why you need to know how psychology works. You need to know what the other person is thinking. And you're really going to have to get good at this, because at the end of the day, whether people decide to buy your service or product or not is really down to how well you come across, how good you treat them, how good they feel around you, how comfortable they feel around you. And that's why you have to create win-win scenarios. That's why they have to really work on this. And this book will really teach you how to get people to like you, how to get people to think like you, how to get people on your side, how to get people to be comfortable around you, how to deal with complaints, how to make a good first impression, how to get people to stick by you, how to get people to protect you, how to get people to really save your face if you ever need to. So that's why I think this book is an absolute must read. Even if you're not interested in business, I think this book will get you ahead of anyone, and your relations will flourish, your friendships will flourish, your business will flourish, your salesmanship will flourish, and that's why this book is so important. So that's my third recommendation for you guys. Now, my fourth and final recommendation might surprise a few of you, and that is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. I feel like in the entrepreneurship sphere, there's a massive movement led pretty much by Gary Vaynerchuk of just doing ambition, just fucking grinding your ass. And guys, don't get me wrong, I'm the first one to grind, hustle, and put in endless hours to get shit done. And I love Gary Vee, but I really do think this book is a must read for anyone. And I think that everyone should get into spirituality at one point in their life. This book is absolutely packed with valuable and mind-boggling things. This will definitely open your eyes to a whole new dimension As you can see, I mean, you can just see the amount of sticky notes I put in there. Probably a bit excessive, but as I was saying, this will teach you really the fundamentals of spirituality, how to get present to the moment, how to be grateful for what you have, and for once just stop and appreciate everything that's around you, and also everything that is happening to you. And yeah, it will teach you about presence, the inner body, enlightened relationships, the fundamentals of happiness, what happiness really means, what happiness is. Really, it will just teach you that you're not really your mind, your thoughts. You're much bigger than that. You're just an inner presence, an inner energy, and even the health benefits of being in the present, being in the now, and how to enter this now, and how to disidentify from the thinking mind. Now, I know that this may sound very ridiculous if you've never heard about spirituality and if you've never read into it, but really do give this book a read, because it will open up your perspective on things, and yeah, it's just another point of view, and I think it has the potential to change your life. It certainly changed my life, and I'm really into spirituality, so I do have a pretty biased opinion, but just give it a read, try it. Maybe you love it, maybe you absolutely hate it, but yeah, that's my last and final recommendation. So there you have it, guys. I just want to touch upon one thing that I talked about in the beginning. Now guys, reading is great, and feeding yourself really valuable and top content from the best people out there is incredibly valuable. I do believe knowledge is power and all that cheesy stuff, but really only if it's matched with massive amounts of action. An immense part of being an entrepreneur, and a great way of learning, is by going out there, learning new things, trying new things, failing, and seeing what's worked, and really taking those lessons and those experiences to develop yourself, to grow as an individual, and to really learn from them. I think if you don't match knowledge with action, then that knowledge is pretty useless. It's pretty much occupied headspace, and you might as well get rid of it. Anyways, there you have it, guys. The 4 books every entrepreneur must read in 2018. I'll leave the links of all the books I talked about in the description, so you can go ahead and copy it immediately. Also guys, for the past 8 months, I've compiled a huge list of almost 100 books, ranging from spirituality, relationships, business, motivation, habit building, productivity, pretty much everything in the self-development entrepreneurship sphere. Recommendations from best people in the game. And if you want to get access to it, I'll leave it down in the description. Huge amounts of value in this list. I'll leave it down in the description, as I said. If you like this video, give it a like, go ahead and subscribe, it really means a lot to me, and hit that bell button to get notification every time I post a new video. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And also guys, I'd love to hear what your book recommendations are, your top 4 books, the books that have had the greatest impact in your life. So leave them down below, I'll be sure to check them out. I'll see you guys. I did forget to mention just one final thing. If you want to get 2 books for free, I'll be leaving down a link in the description, and just use it and you'll get 2 books for free. I'm not even joking. So Batman, please put me on new fashion. I ain't learned nothing since last year. You got the renegade fabrics.